Clap your hands. Shake to the right.
Go to
Shake to the left.
All right.
Music.
We can't hear his music. So
Oh wait, where are your phones?
all right.
And welcome back to the 8 Pod Podcast. The 8 Pod Podcast. This is weird without having the music introducing us. Welcome back to the 8 Spot Podcast. I'm Wilson.
I'm Eric.
I'm Jay.
I'm Fernando.
And I'm LJ working the board. I might sound off at times.
You
always sound
all
off.
the time.
Sound off.
1, 2. All right. So I finally got to see the Star Wars trailer.
I got to watch it with you.
It's about damn time.
It's
Well,
about time.
I was actually gonna try and hold off until we went to go see Spectre, because
Are we seeing that this week?
I am.
Don't know about you.
I was asking a question.
No, the reason why I wanted to wait off because I like seeing it on a big screen. Of course. But I forgot that Jay has his own IMAX at theater. So I felt that was a close simulation. So that being a foot away from that is the same as sitting 6th row in a theater. So I gotta say, it was funny because like I'm watching the thing and I'm like, we filmed it and I'll probably put it at the end of the thing and stuff like that. But I thought it'd be really great content, but realistically, we just got so enthralled in it, we didn't say a goddamn word.
Yeah,
No, you did. You said, "Where's Luke?"
No, but hold on. The one thing I know
You
is
said pretty.
the minute Han Solo popped onto the screen, I started smiling. But here's the thing. I was like, this is going to look fake. If I put this up, it's going to look really fake. But I can't stop myself from smiling. I was just so happy seeing him.
When I saw the trailer and I saw Han pop up, I agree with you. It really hit me like, wow, this is real. This is happening. And I told you guys a while back, I wasn't as excited about this movie. The prequels had me left such a feeling about Star Wars. Still love the original trilogy, but I had a feeling about this. But once I saw Han on the screen, I was just like, oh, this is real. Oh, this is exciting. This is cool.
Although I am a little disturbed by the fact that they seem to be going the Walking Dead route. Lando Calrissian is gone, so they had to introduce another black man. It's only one black man per movie. You had Samuel L. Jackson in the first trilogy, or second trilogy, depending on your form of chronology. In the first trilogy, they had James Earl Jones, kind of. He counts as half because he was only his voice. But they brought in Lando for the last two. Now they got one new black guy who I don't know who he is. I think he's a bad guy. I think he's a good guy. I'm not sure.
I actually am not sure what he is in this. I believe he's a good guy, but
I think
I'm
he's
not
a
sure.
good- I think he's
it's
a
more
good
like
guy
he's
too.
a bad guy turned good.
I'm not even sure if he's that, because I think they might be going the original Star Wars route where he might have gone undercover. Where, like, what's called... Because you see him in the Stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could have just... I don't know how much of an homage they're going to pay to the first one. So, I don't know if he's going to be a former Stormtrooper or if he's going to have worn the Stormtrooper armor to get into someplace.
Jar Binks going to be in this?
Not that I know.
Because that
We don't know. He might end up being the big bad at the whole end of it all. He might have orchestrated
He
it all.
take over the world.
What are you trying to say?
Think about it.
Back up from the mic.
Who?
You!
You're always telling me to approach the mic. The one time I'm hugging the mic.
What I tell you is talk into the mic, not the side of your face. Talk into the mic. So turn around. Your nose should always be pointed at the mic. You have
Okay.
to turn your head.
Uh-huh.
Turn your head around the mic.
All right. So I can talk now?
Yes.
All right. So this is basically what I've seen when you watch the first set of movies. Jar Jar is a Sith Lord who's been controlling this whole thing from the beginning. Think about it. He's been bumbling around. Bumbling around.
Bumbling?
But everything he's done has been for a purpose.
And he's always gotten more out of it. Every time.
Right. He lives on the same planet
No.
as Palpatine. They're neighbors. They were
blood
childhood
neighbors.
friends.
They're homies.
They're
not
homies. They're cohorts.
He's not a Sith Lord. He's an executive. He just stumbled his way higher up the ladder.
No,
he
but
didn't show any skills at all. It's
He
just
showed many
he waited
skills.
until everybody else fucked up more.
From the first moment you've seen him, he showed many skills.
I don't.
He was knocked down in the first movie, and he jumps up that karate style way, basically Shaolin monk way. When he dives into the water, he does a somersault, like triple axel, whatever they call it.
He's a very
right
physical
into-
character for someone who's
He's
so
fake. He's CGI. They can do whatever they want. Look, those ears can just flap, and he can fly like Dumbo if he really wanted to.
There is.
It is owned by Disney, so now that it has all he has to do is have a magic feather in his mouth and stuff like that.
I'd like to see this.
I'm just
I think
saying.
I would too.
How did he become a senator so easily? And every vote he made as a senator went towards the emperor becoming
wait,
emperor.
Let's be honest. The senator, that was the Emperor Palpatine all along. Like, let's put this puppet in place and let's tell him what to tell the world so I can take over.
See, that's what you think. This was all Jar Jar's plans.
What does Jar Jar get out of it, though?
George is a master now.
He's master of everything. Say all the Jedi's are now dead, so to speak, and he controls the universe. You just didn't see him in the last few movies because the Emperor
He's
needs.
so high up that he wasn't even the villain. They didn't even know he was there. Even the Emperor answered to somebody. That's the theory he has. I don't agree.
Now, can I say this? The one thing, and again, I'm glad it's happening.
How the fuck did we get there?
I'm so happy. No, I'm so happy to see
mentioned
Han in it.
Jar Jar. I
I
ran
saw
with
the
it.
scene with Leia. Luke was missing except for a shadow with his hand touching R2D2.
But he wasn't a shadow.
Well, I'm sorry.
He had the hood on.
Hood
But that was
Excuse me.
Luke. But that was
yes,
Luke.
that was
I
Luke
assume
with
that's
his hand.
Yeah.
Now, in all honesty, the only issue I have with this movie, I have no idea
How can you have an issue
who's
with
the
a
villain, who's this, who's. I
That's
just
not an
don't-
issue.
It's just
That's
like-
an issue you have after you watch the movie. If you still feel that way, I have no idea who the villain
Right.
was.
You know,
Maybe
maybe-
it was just a lot of
Then it's an
people
issue.
did.
That's
you
the
know,
This
problem.
is an
You know what,
issue
or
with the
something?
trailer.
So you know what that is? That's playing Destiny.
No, I think what it is, honestly, is that in the last 15, 20 years now, every time you watch a trailer, they give you so much goddamn information in these 2-minute trailers that you sit there going, oh, okay, I know who's the villain, I know how this is going to go, I know how that's going to go, and so on and so forth.
You watch enough trailers, you know exactly how it ends.
Well, in this case, I really don't know who's where. I
think that's the
I
sign
saw
of a
TIE
great trailer.
fighters. I saw TIE fighters. I saw X-wing fighters. I saw a black guy. I saw Chewbacca and
oh, did you
and
hear
Han
the thing
Solo.
about what's called because there's a black guy in it? Is anti-white?
It's anti-white male because there are like women in it too, apparently.
Yeah, did you hear about this?
Yeah, it's so non-issue, and people are so fucking stupid. It drives me crazy.
I think it's just
I'm more amazed that they made this a news article. That's what amazes me, because like what's called like you know it
anything
takes
with
about
race becomes a news article.
But do you know it takes about 10,000? I have to double check the numbers. Like about 10,000 tweets to get something trending on Twitter. 10,000. That's all you need. That's not a lot when you consider there's like 3 million users on Twitter.
I think it's a little bit more than that.
Well, fine. Even at look, if you told me it was 500,000 and you only need 10,000 to
I
that's still
see
a
where you're
lot.
going with the. I see where you're going with the math.
And the fact that that's a newsworthy,
Such a non-issue.
newsworthy thing. I'm like,
Anti-white. How do you sit there and continue? I don't even know where that comes from in this.
the same place that was called Mad Max was anti-masculine. It was pro-feminist and stuff like that. Again, you only need 10,000 tweets, and the thing is, tweets count at different numbers at different times. So like it's like 5,000 if it happens between midnight and 6 a.m. The fuck?
We can get 5,000 people to tweet about H-Bot, can't we?
Easily, I can get us for about $300. I can get us trending on Twitter. Not a problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
Go
inexpensive.
to South America. There are Twitter forums and stuff like that where people will go to Facebook and go to Twitter and just have your thing. They'll repeat a tweet over and over again.
That
Do we
sounds
have
like a
to
deal.
go all the way to South America? Can't we just like
No, I
send
can
an
call.
email?
I can phone it in. I don't have to
We don't
actually.
we don't have to go there.
But you know they have.
This isn't like an
hospitals
Indiana
there.
Jones movie where we hop on a plane and go down there. No.
With all that.
We'll travel by map.
Now, we all have our tickets for the movie already. Got it.
Yeah, I'm saying by
Thank you,
myself.
Jay, by the way.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah.
We have our tickets ready. And like I said, prior.
By the way, you guys still owe him money.
Yes. No, but I'm saying, like I said, now
I
I'm
haven't
really
seen the
excited
movie yet.
about the movie. I'm looking forward to it. Is anyone else really excited about it? I mean, I know that
see it?
sounds silly. Yeah, it sounds silly to ask the question.
Well,
but
here's the thing: is that what's called. The reason why I tend not to watch trailers unless I happen to be in the theater and stuff like that, is I only do that for movies I know I want to see. Like I already knew from the teaser trailer, I wasn't sure, but like when they did what's called Story That You Fucking Hate. I was like, I'm sold. I'm gonna go see it.
What?
He doesn't like the lightsaber with the.
Oh, I hate the hilt. I hate the hilt on the new lightsaber. I said that when I saw that trailer. I was like,
You know, someone lost an arm in every single Star Wars movie. There's a reason for that hilt.
No,
no,
it's completely ineffective.
it is
It
because
is.
if you look at it, it's 2 metal pieces, and then you have the energy flowing out. If that lightsaber comes through on the metal, it's
still
gone.
gonna cut that
It's
out.
going to cut right through it.
Yeah, but the energy.
Okay,
is
so
going
when
through
you
those
film your
tubes.
Star Wars movie, it doesn't have to have that.
From what I've heard, it maybe like their vents because this guy doesn't
that's
know
what
how
some-
to make
that's
lightsabers.
what,
Really,
that was one of the theories, which I really like that theory. I like the
Yeah.
idea that was called it's a bad lightsaber or it's an old lightsaber, and that was how they made it, and that's how
It's-
they.
it's
had
an
events.
imperfection.
I like that idea a lot. I don't know if that's
See, when
I
you
don't
put
know-
it
know
that way, that makes
When
more
you
sense.
when you
I
look
don't
at it
know.
the way it is jury rigged. There's a lot of wires sticking out. I've seen a close up shot of the sword.
I work for Star Wars. I get to see all the fancy stuff.
I don't work for Star Wars.
he
I
could've
work
just bought the
on
Cena
Star
toys.
Wars. Well, yeah, that's true. I work on Star Wars, the sketch cards.
No, I get.
Okay, fine. I'm going to spoil the whole movie for you and tell you what I know about
I'd
it.
rather you did not. Thank you.
Oh
very
no,
much.
I'm going to.
Oh, no, I will cut
Since
you.
he started going me, I'm going to let you know.
I will cut
Spoilers.
you. I will cut you.
I'm going down. Okay, so the black guy is actually
Adam West.
mother. I forget he has that power. All right, I could speculate.
I'd rather you didn't. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We will wait till.
Well, I could
December
just
ni-
speculate
December
from
19th?
what came from
That's
the
when we're
from
going,
the
December
trailer.
wait, is that the day?
It opens at 18, so I believe
Yeah,
it's on
19th,
Saturday.
yeah.
So
Wait a minute, it's on now. We're missing him.
God damn, that's a long wait.
I know it is.
You want to go to sleep,
You
I
told us
still
not to
do.
wake you till it's time for Star Wars.
so that's why I asked for a key so we could set up while you were sleeping.
It's all
You
a
didn't tell us.
dream.
You didn't tell us to remove the morphine drip.
Jay's gonna take an Odin sleep.
You have Viking blood?
Look
I
at
think he
him.
drank.
Look at him. Yeah, and when he has the beard going on, come on, man. That's all Viking there. All manly man.
I haven't done the beard in a long time.
I know.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It was funny because what's called I hadn't seen you for a little while, and it was just like a little bit of stubble. Then I saw you again, and it was like a really full beard, and I was just like, "Holy shit, what the fuck happened?" Because you were also clean shaven and stuff like that. So it's just like, you're not the white guy I used to buy comic books from. You changed. You came down from the mountain and just like
He's
chopped
not the
down
white guy that I
trees.
used to know.
And the thing is, my view is that I would love to, for a while, sport a full beard, but yeah, it's just never gonna happen.
But you're married.
Besides that,
No, actually, I think your wife would like that.
I think she would. She
You-
likes
she-
the
her-
scruff look and so on and so forth. But
She gets mad at me when I shave,
mean
and I'm
that
like, "You ain't
after I
fucking
shave.
me. What is your problem?" Because I get lazy and I'll let it go for like a week or two.
Why'd you
And she'll be
shave?
like,
Why'd you shave?
And she'll be like, "Oh, you look good." And then she'll see me the next time. She's like, "You shaved." I'm like,
All disappointed,
"Yeah."
like, and heartbroken and
I'm
shit.
like,
Did I destroy your dream?
look, 20 years ago when you chose between the two of us, she chose him. No take backs now.
Just
Why
because you
can't
have my
grow a
kids.
beard?
It's all patchy and scruffy and very small, very thin. It's
He
sad.
can't stand the transition phase where you got to wait for it to actually fully grow in properly.
Well, let me say, the fully grown properly would take over a year. I've tried. I really have tried. It gets long, itchy, and
When it's itchy, it's just
horrible.
It drives me insane.
insane. But on top, but it never comes in full. Like it just never comes in full. It drives me crazy.
Well, it's Movember. We can do that.
Oh, it is November.
It just started.
Well, you have a head start.
I'm trending. What's in November?
November. It's No Shave November, and basically the whole thing is that what's called to promote men's issues like testicular cancer and other things like that. Guys don't shave during the month of November. However, most guys don't pay attention to that fact. They just don't shave just to be trendy. The idea is that whatever money you would normally spend on not shaving, you give to the charities like testicular cancer and other things.
Wow, they wouldn't make much from me. I shave what?
I don't spend
once
that
a week.
much on shaving, to be honest.
I use a straight. I use
Yeah.
a safety razor.
Yeah, I
so
use a safety razor so the blades are like
Hold up, we're
pennies.
cheap and poor. I use fucking safety razors, which cost like $10 for 100.
Yeah.
And 100 has still been lasting me 2 years.
Let's see. Wait. I bought 100 3 years ago. I think I'm only into the third pack, which is 30.
And you shake your head.
And I shake my head. You know, so it's like,
I go to the hospital and say I might have lice, and they just shave me for free.
wow. And do you see why I call him Shelly? I call him Shelly for this reason.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna sit on that side next time.
No. We got the set all set. You're not moving a goddamn thing. You just shave the head again. It'll be simpler. You shaving your hair will be quicker than us making sure the banners don't fall. Oh my god.
So any interest in the Star Wars comics? Because they're going to apparently fill in the gap between the 30 years of what's happened.
I want to, but comics are just so fucking expensive now. They can take it and shove it up their ass.
Well, that's why I do
Now,
the
he's
Marvel.
not using any of the stories they've written, right? To fill in that.
I
that gap.
believe the extended universe has been erased.
Which is fine. I mean, again, it's sad because I've wasted, the last 20 years.
You didn't
really
waste it.
wasted.
You got entertained.
I was, but,
Well, hold on.
And those books still exist. They're not
Were you
asking to burn
applying
those
for a
books.
job as a Star Wars historian?
no, I
And you did not waste your time. It's not like you studied those for an exam.
But I can still see a scene coming out going,
Fernando,
I
as a
did-
geek,
happen?
as a geek, you wasted your time on many other stuff, not just Star Wars.
and your money.
Oh my God.
You bought the controller that you didn't bring, which you were supposed to bring.
I know,
but you
I'm
bought
so
it.
sorry.
But what's it called?
Podcast is ruined.
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 You've
Look,
ruined it.
the Xbox One Elite controller is an outstanding controller. The only thing I have to say is I hope, because it's a sturdy construction, and again, I'm sorry, it's sad to say this because you guys can't feel it. Until,
No, it's
I
probably
just
good
hope
'cause
it
then
lasts.
'cause
I
Jay
hope
would've
it.
bought it.
I hope it can last because I've already gone through 3 of the original Xbox controllers since I bought it. Since I bought the Xbox One, I've already gone through.
But you have children.
No, but wait.
And
On
cats.
that, you're right. But I usually save
And a
one
wife.
remote. I usually save one controller for myself.
That's what you think. The kids
So-
keep switching.
No, I save one for myself so that I know that I'm the only. So if it messes up, it's me.
Did you put a
I'm
mark
telling
on
you, after 2 months, it was just like I touched it. I was like, oh,
You have
damn.
no
Did you
idea
put a
how
mark
much
on it?
games your wife
Yes.
is playing.
Huh?
Yes. Huh?
You have no idea how many games your wife is playing.
Man, that would just that. By the way, that would make my day. That I walk in one day and my wife is playing like Dragon Age or something. I'd be like, oh my
I
god.
have a higher score than you do.
Shh, don't tell TK.
Back to Star Wars.
Sorry.
With the expanded universe, I really did want to see a live action Grand Admiral Thrawn and Mara Jade. I'm going to miss those 2 characters.
Mara
Yeah, I
Jade
will
was an
admit
excellent
those-
character. She
But
was
you know,
great.
here's the thing. They said they're throwing it out, but I don't know if they're going to fully throw it out in the sense of they might use those characters in some way or another or as like maybe a reference here or there.
Yeah, I didn't want to
But what-
reference though. You know, I wanted the characters.
See, Grand
yeah,
Admiral Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn was 3 books, which were pretty good and so on and so forth. But Mara Jade was
A significant
a
character.
big character. I mean, becoming the wife of Luke Skywalker and so on and
Spoilers.
so Holy shit! Really? You can call that a spoiler? I mean, but again,
well what's
she was
called, hold on. I'm joking for the same reason, like what's called like Martin Freeman. Is that his name? The guy from The Hobbit.
yes.
Yeah, it's like what's called. It's like when I killed the dragon. It's like, well, that's a spoiler. The book is 80 years old. You know, it's a book, right?
But I'm just saying, like when you see and reading all the books, that the introduction of Han and Leia's characters, kids, Luke's son with Mara Jade, and so on and so forth. It's sad to see that a lot of that's just going to go away when they introduce this movie, because again, there's time vested with Mara Jade. She was a phenomenal character, not only as an assassin originally sent out to kill Luke, but then to find out she actually liked him, fell in love with him, and then helps him out long before they get married and whatnot.
Well, I stopped reading the books after a certain point, but at a certain point, it looked like her and
Lando looked like
they
they
might
looked
be
like
hooking up.
Again, that's all in the beginning, like
Yeah.
during that first.
But I mean, like
trilogy.
what's called what you're talking about is that it's that sense of loss that a geek has when they start seeing something deviate from their what's called
From their world, yeah.
Like what's called we were talking about it in the hangout about Smallville, like why you could never say it was a great series. 'Cause
it's not. It's. I mean,
even though you enjoyed it, and stuff
I
like
did.
that. And Jay rolls his eyes as he thinks about Gotham.
No, you know what? No. I'm thinking about Smallville. I could never finish a whole season of Smallville. I tried many times. Many times I
every
tried.
season is I think you just start, you watch, and then you go, "Oh fuck this," because it's just
That's
no.
that's
And again,
Well, I had the same problem with the new Supergirl series. It's like what's called like
In one episode.
huh?
wait.
No.
I have to say, you gotta
let me,
hold.
let me finish.
Okay.
my issue with the first episode that I saw was the fact that all my knowledge of everything that's in the Superman universe and the DC universe was just saying, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. You've destroyed this, you've destroyed this. Like, at no point do they actually indicate that Supergirl knows Clark Kent.
Okay.
I'd still say no because of the scene where he's escorting her to the family that's going to raise her.
We don't know that.
To be fair, though, you're a big fan of Arrow, and look at what they've done to.
Well, that's
But
Batman. That's Batman. We've all established.
I
that's
know,
Batman.
previously-
but it's a horrible Arrow adaptation.
Whoa. What did you do?
I dropped something. Don't worry about it.
Was it hot?
No, it was good.
Okay.
Was it yours?
It's okay.
I
We're
mean,
good.
but again, Arrow is a fantastic
No,
show. If you go, let me substitute Oliver Queen with Bruce Wayne, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this makes sense.
No, hold on. I'll be honest. I've said it before. I thought that first season, the island kept me going as opposed to the Arrow. I gave really no
shits about him.
Al
You wanted to
Quinn.
see what happened on the
I wanted
island.
to know what
I
happened.
agree with you there.
Because I wanted to see him meet Jack and Locke from Lost because I was convinced it was the same island.
It's not.
No. So far, it's not. I mean, they could be walking in the background.
I'm sorry, that people keep on popping up on that damn island. So you might be wrong. I think
I can't wait till the Kryptonians
Merlin.
to show up.
Merlin is what kept me in that show. I like that.
Merlin
his
was a good character. Also.
But what's called like
That first
first season, and then what they did at the beginning of the second season was enough to keep me going. When they said like I'm no longer the Hood, I'm going to be the Arrow. I'm like, all right, so it's more of an origin and stuff like that. I'm like, I can deal with that. I agree. There was a lot of because Green Arrow really doesn't have a lot of.
But can
big
we say
name
now
villains.
it's 3 seasons of? We're on the third. I'm sorry, we're on the fourth season now, right? It's 4 seasons of origin story because it took 4 seasons to finally call himself Green Arrow.
3 seasons, 1 episode. You can't say 4 seasons. The 4th season hasn't finished.
I'm
No,
immensely
but I was-
enjoying Supergirl.
Of
Wow,
course you.
okay.
But hold on. This
No,
is
I'm cool with that.
the same guy who said that he was enjoying Gotham and then stopped watching.
Yes, but
Wait, to be, I
I
will
tend
say
to
on the
drop Gotham every now and
No,
then.
no,
and then I'm
Gotham.
back
I will
on
say
Gotham.
I tried to.
He
honestly-
stole my candy like I wasn't going to notice.
I will say with Gotham.
I'm just not that much of a fat man to punch you.
My problem with Gotham.
Not with his video evidence.
Yeah, I know. You guys are dead once the camera's cut.
Just so I say this. Sorry. I think Gotham has the same
good
exact
too.
problem that Smallville had. And is this. If you're not going to call him Superman, or if you're not going to call this character Batman anytime soon, why the fuck are you introducing every villain, big and small, who he's
Executives.
going to go... I understand which... But
Then
I'm
why are
just
you
saying-
asking the question?
But I'm saying it just goes to... I'm just saying that Smallville had that problem. I mean, there's no reason why Clark Kent would go against General Zod before he ever puts on the suit. Do you know what I'm saying? And they did a
Ratings.
whole season. They did a whole season of that. He met Lois Lane before he was ever a reporter. All of the shit that happened. And then in Gotham, you've got all of these villains coming out
Do
of
you
the
want the
woodwork.
answer for this? It's sweeps weeks. They needed to, what's called? They needed ratings. I almost killed Jay. We won't cut to him when he laughs with his mouth open full of candy.
I'm just saying.
But no, it's the one. All right. I assume that there's some executive saying the fans want this, the fans want that, and the writers have to give them that. Because I would assume, as a writer, if you're pitching this idea, you're not planning to put in a lot of this stuff. Like, honestly, they should have been doing for Gotham. They should have been doing a lot. It should almost be like a mob show.
Yeah,
it should
absolutely.
be just. It should just be about a crime drama and like the destruction of Gotham City. It should be going. It looks like it's being cleaned up. I stopped watching like. about-
I want to stop
I
watching.
think
Episode
when-
15,
I
16
think
of
when
last
we
season.
when we spoke about Gotham originally, I said the problem with Gotham is that it's the failure of Jim Gordon. And I know people disagree with that, but that's exactly what it is. Because
No.
Jim
The
Gordon
problem-
did
the
what he
problem
was supposed
is
to do.
It's not the failure of Jim Gordon. It should be the failure of Jim Gordon.
Yes.
It should be because, and the age thing throws me off a little bit because I feel like Jim Gordon would be quitting by the time this started to happen. Like Batman, by the time Batman shows up,
Jim Gordon's already put in his time that he could retire at any time he wants.
No. Jim Gordon should be retired because he's just spent the last 20 years failing.
Exactly.
Like
Which
I like
is
the way they
my
did
issue with it.
I like the way they did it in the movie Nolan movie where it was like every movie you saw him going up in rank.
and the thing is, he went from captain to
I think he was just a
commissioner.
detective.
I think he was lieutenant. I think I have to go back to movies, but I think he was lieutenant. But what happened was he made the jump from lieutenant to captain because literally everybody in between that would have been of rank together just got wiped out.
Yeah, I would agree that the Nolan movies did a good job with Gordon.
Yeah,
I
Gordon
think they
was
did a better
great
job
there.
of Gordon than they did Batman.
Yeah, because he screwed up
because and even then when they did with the Nolan,
That's
Gordon,
right. He said it.
when Nolan
That's
did
right, I
the-
said it.
when he did the
Send all
Gordon,
your hate
you're right.
mail to
Because
LJ at.
Here we had a good cop.
He doesn't
on
know
a
his
bad
password
force.
anymore. He's got a bunch of emails there.
Say, we had a good cop, bad police force, and he was trying to work from the inside,
Right.
clean that up, and then deal with all the nonsense. Then Batman comes into the picture, and all of a sudden these guys are working together for the next several years. And
But they're not.
But they're not. Because Batman didn't do a damn thing.
For
during
8
his-
years.
Batman solved 3
He
problems.
solved 3 problems, then disappeared,
problems, and then
retired for 8 years, all screwed up
'Cause
and
my
disjointed.
leg
I
hurt.
think he did.
Oh, my knees are weak.
My knees, oh my god, I need bionics. Me.
I'm the richest man in the world, but I'm going to just live in this house and.
In a corner where
a
nobody
corner
knows
where
sees
no
me
one
anymore.
bothers
Even
me.
my servants don't see me anymore. It's like,
To be fair, that's what I would do, but I'm not Batman.
But you're not Batman. Neither was him.
Well, I enjoyed the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Absolutely.
I think they were very well made. I do not think they were the best depiction of Batman.
no.
I think still the best ones. No one has beaten the cartoons.
No, not the.
No one had-
not-
The
not-
animated series,
The Bruce
hands
Timm
down,
series, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the Bruce
really?
Sim series is the best depiction without at any point being too cartoony, which is a really weird thing to say about a cartoon series.
Oh, it was.
There was
because
never a point
There
where
was.
you-
It was in depth. It was deep. You know, they had their
They
moments of
had
funny.
a guy going through the detox, which was fucking amazing. Like in the first season, there's a guy who I think he got poisoned by
Scarecrow?
Scarecrow, and like he's going through it, and you see him like in a bed, shaking and shivering and stuff. It looks just like someone who's like a heroin addict going through the detox. And it was like, I'm like looking at that, and I'm like, well, because of course I'm a grown ass man when I'm watching them because I do still
By the
watch
way,
cartoons.
I
But
think that was the
gonna
Nolan
say,
based. I think
and when
Nolan
I went
based.
through detox,
If
it
he
was
didn't
just
base some of this stuff on that animated series, because I will always go with the Scarecrow again. Was and I always remember the episode when Batman ingested in the animated series. He ingested the poison that made him freak out, and I'm like, wow, he's not giving himself away. He's not. No one knows who he is. Even
There's
though
a
he's
couple of different
And he
episodes.
even turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, that was easy. I don't think of myself as Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman." Like he's like
I
Bruce
seriously-
Wayne is the
I don't think
costume.
that was what's called.
That's Batman Beyond.
No,
No,
don't-
that was an anime series. That was
I
towards the-
actually no. I think he's right. That's
He-
Batman
Wilson,
Beyond.
Wilson is
Batman
correct, and you don't
I
hear
don't
me
think
say
that
that
was
often.
what's called.
I think we
the
can go
old
ahead because it was a
Batman.
Batman and Robin. It was Batman and Robin
no,
against
no.
the Scarecrow in this.
I think you got mixing two up. There's one where is it Barbara?
Barbara.
This
It's
is an ama-
Barbara's.
There's an amazing
Scarecrow
episode
toxic,
where
yeah.
Barbara gets what's called doused, and
In the course of the story, it opens up with Dick and Bruce in the Batcave being chased by Bullock and Commissioner Gordon
Dick and
trying
Bruce in the Batcave.
in the Batcave together, being chased by Commissioner Gordon. Gordon is actually chasing down the Bat family.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Because in the course of the story, Barbara's quote unquote killed. And through the whole story, you're watching it as if it's a true story.
And this is a Batman Beyond?
no, this is
No,
a
it's a
Batman
Batman
story.
series.
Okay.
What you're talking about is a Batman Beyond episode where Bruce
yeah,
talks
I remember the
about
ending when he talks about that because
because it was the voice in his head.
someone's trying to take over what control Bruce has of the Wayne Foundation or whatever the Wayne Powers Foundation, I think at the time. And I'm such a geek for remembering all this
You know,
stuff.
but I think that's
And,
a separate. But the issue, I got to
No,
You're in a
Well,
safe place,
why are you
Sharon.
throwing-
We're not going to judge you.
But he says that what's it called he knew he wasn't going crazy because I don't think of myself as Bruce. I think of myself as Batman.
Batman, yeah.
And I remember Terry goes, "I'm Batman now," and stuff like that. That's how I know is that they might have done something similar in the
I
other
think they
one.
did. I have to go back over it, man. But because
Okay, now you have to watch the Batman animated
fuck
series.
you all. You know,
Like I had a
we were like notes.
I
I have
think
the entire
the,
series. Don't worry. I got it.
No, it's funny because like what's called. I was talking
I think it's
to
all on Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime has the Batman animated series. What's it called?
Not Netflix.
Not
I've looked.
Netflix. Again, sad. I notice things. Like I was having a discussion with Jay about my theory about the Purple Man being in Daredevil, and he doesn't agree. And I'm like, what's called? Like, I'm like, well, I have to double check the show. It's like, and he's like, oh great, now I got to watch Daredevil all over again.
Yeah, but the difference is
Like as,
In
Daredevil's
4K.
13 episodes.
as a talking character.
But 13, Daredevil's
do
13
Purple Man?
episodes. I could
You
get
mean
all
Oh, you
the
want to hear my theory?
Batman is 168 episodes. I have to
Is it
get
that
through.
many?
I think it's even more.
Well, I think if you include Batman,
Every year
The
they
new
like
change
they
the
change the
name.
name,
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and if you include what's called like
My
the
figures from the new Batman Adventures.
There's also the Superman and Justice League.
And I love them all.
Justice League was
I love them
Hey,
all.
the Justice
Justice League was.
the
I don't
Justice
think-
League
And,
tied
and
up
Justice League
story-
Unlimited.
The Justice League storyline tied up a Batman storyline from Batman Unlimited.
I don't think Christopher Nolan ever watched those cartoons, to be honest with you.
What?
The one thing I never got into was Batman.
Brave and the Bold?
Brave and the Bold. That's the only one I never
It's-
got
It was
into.
Actually-
different. It was fun.
It
It
is
was
fun
fun.
if
That's
you
the best way to put
remember
it.
the
Fun.
comic book that it represents, which was it was in its own silliness.
It was silly without being too silly, which is a really hard thing to do. They rode that line, and it was called like you at
wrote it
first
hard.
huh? They wrote it hard. Wait a minute, I think we're talking about two other different things. Anyway. Yeah,
Back
but
to
they,
the big screen.
back to the big Watch her ride that hard. Wait a minute.
It had to grow on me, but I liked the Batman too.
I enjoyed that a
It took
lot.
a while, but it
But
took some episodes.
wasn't that really short? I mean, they didn't.
I think it was
get
only
a
2
good-
seasons.
I,
Didn't
yeah,
get
I
a
don't think
good
I even
run.
watched any much of it.
Like I didn't watch much of that.
But that's
It was
the-
interesting design stuff.
Yeah, that's part of what I liked about it. I like that the Joker had more of a
Rastafarian look.
clown acrobatic. Like he felt like somebody who might have been in an actual circus.
He was a Rasta clown.
Like he was doing agile stuff and stuff like that.
And I like that Bruce seemed younger.
Yeah, Bruce, and it seemed like he was starting off, and then because it was interesting that they introduced Batgirl first, then Robin.
They did that in the animated series also because in the animated series they
No,
introduced.
they didn't.
No,
They introduced Barbara.
I'm watching
first.
the wrong one. I'm sorry, Barbara.
They didn't
first.
introduce Batgirl
You're right.
first.
Barbara first.
Yeah, they introduced.
There's a
Barbara.
difference.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
That's right. I stand corrected. Yes, but I remember Barbara coming into it before Dick Grayson came into it. Wow.
Really?
Really?
Yes, Dick came into the Batcave, and then Barbara came. You 14-year-old boy. And jizzed all over everything. It's just an orgy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Good idea putting the camera on him too.
Teresa.
No, it's-
Huh?
Not at all. Yeah,
like I said, now I gotta go back and watch this damn
You
series.
do have to watch this again.
I gotta go back and watch this damn series.
Go back to Supergirl though. She was fucking perfect.
I think she did a great
She's
job.
adorable.
I'm not a big fan of a lot of the side stuff. I didn't like James. I didn't
Jimmy
like...
Olsen bothered me.
Yeah.
That-
What bothered you about it?
I thought Jimmy Olsen was too cool.
It's because he's tall, right?
I think he and the other guy need to
beautiful.
switch names.
Are you
I
kidding
think
me?
that's it. That's all they need
That
to
dude
do.
is beautiful.
You know
He's
what?
Tall.
I'm expecting Urkel.
I think Nando's turned on.
They gave us
I
Tay
am.
Diggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Supergirl's going to get her groove on.
No, they gave us Urkel. We expected Urkel. They gave us Stefan.
Exactly. And I have a problem with it because
Nerd.
not to knock anything because not to knock, but Jimmy Olsen one is a white character. I don't care what
I
anybody
don't give...
says.
That didn't bother...
That doesn't bother me much.
Why
It's
you
the
bring it
fact
up?
that it's the
Racist?
fact. You know,
You hate
fuck you there. You know, fuck you there. No, but again, like you
Over
said,
here?
I'm expecting
Right
a little more
here? Right
Urkel. I'm expecting more of an Urkel, and this guy comes in too suave, too smooth, too cool, and it's just like,
Hey, Kara.
hey, how you?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Come back down to the island with
You
me.
know, it's like I got this. I got this. Whereas the other character, who's in love with the Kara character, is more of that Jimmy Olsen character.
He acts like Jimmy would
He
have.
actually-
Yeah.
and that bothers me because I'm like, this is
You know,
wrong.
but again, like, it's a little thing...
But again, I love Jimmy. But again, he just doesn't fit for me right now in the show.
I think he's a great character. I think he should have been a brand new
A
character.
new name.
I think he should have been a
If he
brand
would've
new
been
character.
if you told me he was James Baba Babu Baba whatever, I'd have been cool with it. But tell
He
me
could have
Jimmy
been
Olsen.
Perry, moving over to work with...
Exactly.
I would have been okay. Newsprint is dead. My thing got blown up by the new Superman in a fight with Zod.
So I have to start back over here. You know, I got to work on
working
the,
with this with
It
this
somehow
chick.
became young
and buff
starting
and,
and starting again from the beginning because that's how it is.
and striking. He's
I
just
think it's
striking.
weird
I had no problem with it.
having. not showing Superman at all. It is bizarre. Like treating him like the
Well,
teacher
again,
in Peanuts.
Did
Would
we
you
see
say
a
it's
different
Bizarro?
episode? Did we see a different episode? Because again, you people say like Superman. There was the scene where they did show Superman. At
They
least
showed like his legs as he
they
flew
showed
away.
his
I
chest.
think.
They showed his chest with the
That's not
S
Superman.
and holding
That's
the car.
what's called the guy who played Freddy in the or some stuntman just dressed up in a suit. That was not fucking Superman.
Superman escorted
If-
her to
if
meet
you
her
don't
mother
see
and
the
father,
curl,
who happened
it's
to be
not
Supergirl,
Superman.
who happened to be Supergirl, and Dean Cain, who played Superman in the
No,
in the
we
90s.
know that, but I'm saying that
I thought that
if you
was
don't
cute.
see the curl and it's like see the full face and stuff like that, it's not Superman. It's a guy. In
Yo,
a
that baby was
You know
rocking the
what?
curl. Oh my god!
Fuck you. No, again, like
No,
I said,
I'm dead serious. I'm talking about.
I do agree that
'cause
we should see a Superman.
We're not going to.
We're not going. We're never going to see it.
They turned Jimmy Olsen into Superman. That's what they did. They wanted this guy to be cool so he could pass on all the information that Superman would be doing. Because they didn't want to give us a Superman. Because why would we have a Superman without a Superman show? Which is
at this
really
point-
stupid.
At this point, I'm a little confused by that.
Like having
And
a
I don't- I
Batman
don't
show
mean to
without
bring-
Batman.
I don't mean to go
We
off on a
call that
tangent
era.
again, but this is one of those things. Like I love the further adventures of Lois and Clark. You know, excuse me, Lois and Clark: The Further Adventures of Superman. I love that show.
I don't think that's the right type.
Like fuck, you know.
But you understood what he was talking
The New
about.
Adventures of Superman.
The new Avengers.
It's just
of
you tried
Superman.
twice and you still didn't get it.
Lois and Clark, the new Superman. I love that show. Ran 5 seasons. It was a great show, and again had an element of campiness. There was some seriousness in it.
I think that
and
is
loved
the
it.
best representation of Clark Kent that's ever been done.
Yeah, especially since the Man of Steel, because that was the Man of Steel Clark Kent. Tougher when he was out of suit.
Wait.
I'm sorry. When I say Man of Steel, 1980s comic book.
That's what I was
Man of
about to
Steel,
ask you.
The reboot of
But
Superman.
Let
after
me ask the
Crisis.
question before you answer. God damn it. Were you talking about the comic book or the movie? That's all I wanted to
Comic
say.
book,
It's
Man
not that
of
hard a
Steel,
question. You
the
could wait
reboot-
it.
the
You
reboot.
impatient fuck.
No, I just want to make sure I get it correct. But like I said, I enjoyed that, and it's sad that DC has not been willing to put a major character on since then. The Flash was the original. The Flash from the '90s was a bomb. I loved it, but it was a bomb. It didn't. I think it lasted a full season, and that was about it.
I think it was a half season.
It might have been a half season.
And you know what's the funny thing is that what's called Mark Hamill says the episode he did was their highest rated episode, and it was because some people think it was just because it was Mark Hamill, but he believes that it was because it was the first time they let him deal with an actual comic book supervillain. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, he was
It
just
was
dealing
all
with
bang,
generic
you know,
bang,
bang,
bad
bang,
guys.
bang, bang, and nobody special.
I can't even speak. I'm trying to say bad guys, and I'm saying bang. All right, bang guys.
Bang guys.
Which is a totally different type of movie, and you don't want to be known as the fastest man alive in those
To the
type of
big
movies.
screen.
All right,
But that's a great place for the Man of Steel.
well, yeah, actually.
So again, you know.
But I'm not really into gay porn, so you can tell me about that later.
But like I said, I'm not saying. And again, I liked Supergirl. I'm not going to say I hated it, but I need more because there were certain aspects of it. I'm like, I want them to flush it out before I can go. Good show. From the first episode, I thought, it's okay.
For me, first episode, good show.
Okay.
I think it was a bad pilot, but
No, that didn't bother me. I mean, for me, as a pilot, it set up everything. It's like, okay, here's...
I have one question for you.
Yes.
What's the last bad pilot you saw? Wilson loves everything until he doesn't. He'll be in it for a while, and then it's just like, I don't care anymore, and so that. But because he likes new. He's the typical artist. It's like I'm throwing this. Here's a shiny quarter. Ooh, it's brand new. It's like that.
You know what's funny? And you mentioned that because
Every artist I know is like that, by
No,
the
but
way.
something's happened in the last year or so where before I was like, I gotta watch this, I gotta watch that, I gotta watch the other thing. And there's certain things I've gotten into, and I'm like, okay, like Gotham. I started Gotham, and I quickly went, oh fuck this. And I even said maybe I'll try to get back in there. And then I said, you know what? No, it sucked. I'm moving away and I'm quitting. I haven't watched Heroes Reborn.
Good idea.
I haven't watched Heroes Reborn.
It's so bad.
Again, and again, this is a
really
conversation that Eric and I have had for years. When the original Heroes came out, that first season was so fucking amazing. We would be talking every episode, the commercial, like, fuck, that was good. Oh yeah. Then the writer's
Why
strike
do you have to
happened.
make it sound like you're masturbating when you do it?
Because he was.
exactly what I thought too.
Because you weren't whispering like that when I was on the phone with you.
It was so good, Aaron.
I was clear. I was proud.
Jill was making weird sounds, but
No, but then when the writers' strike hit,
by the way, what does ay mean?
the writers' strike hit, and the show completely lost itself.
It lost
And then I
itself
stayed
for
with it. The problem is I stayed with it because I didn't have the
That's
nerve
not what
to
bothered
do
me.
it. I complained to you every morning.
That's
It's
what bothered me.
Did you see how piece of shit Siler is and all that? And just like, and I stayed there till the fucking last episode of the whatever episodes of the 4th season, going, oh thank God it's over. But I
Do
stayed
you know
with
how
it.
many
This time I
episodes
didn't even
of
start.
Heroes I've watched this season?
7.
All of them?
Yes. How many have I complained to you about?
Since day one, you complained about
No,
them.
I haven't complained about. I've given my opinion when asked. I have not complained. You want to know why? Because it's my own damn fault. I'm still watching this goddamn show. It's no one else's fault. I am not going to inflict my injury on other people.
But I told you, I started, right? I started the first episode.
Why did you do that?
No, wait. I started. And you really want to throw me
Masochism.
off? And please understand, it's a silly thing. I watched Chuck, and that was followed by Heroes on Monday nights. Right? Loves Chuck. And, in that first season of Heroes. Zachary Levi, is that his name?
Zach Levi.
Oh,
Might be Levy.
Levy.
Levi or Levy.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's in Heroes
He
Reborn.
might be unleavened.
And I saw him at the beginning when they saw the scene at where all the heroes were coming to, and he was there and they saw, and then it exploded, and then he comes back and he's kind of a villain. I said, I'm done. Chuck is bad. Can't do it. Gotta walk. I walked away
Really?
and I haven't gone back. That was it. I'm telling you.
I'm not bothered by that. I'm bothered by more the fact that now that he has powers, I hope I'm not spoiling that for
Ooh,
everybody.
spoiler. Second
Now
episode.
that he has powers, it's like, oh well, now I'm not technically a good guy. I don't find him as a redeemable character.
Okay.
He murdered people in cold blood.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
it. The scene that I'm talking about, he goes into a fucking anonymous, Powers
Anonymous.
Powers
It's like,
Anonymous.
Hi, my name is Toby. This is my
I can
third
blow
week
shit
with
up.
powers.
I can blow shit up, okay? And then he comes in and goes, bah, 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 and kills everybody. It's like,
I had a problem with someone not super being able to take out people that easily.
No, I had a problem with the dad from what's called Full House being because I mean, really, they haven't shown anything about his background other than him being a father.
Full House?
Well, I'm just like he was just a generic white black-haired father who just lost his kids and suddenly he became the Punisher.
Oh, so all white guys are the same to you? Okay.
What, is this news?
I just want to get it on camera.
I think it's back on the what's called. It starts with comics. I said this shit. Remember Bryant?
Well, he's not here anymore.
That just wasn't your funhouse mirror.
Huh?
That just wasn't Jay's funhouse mirror.
All right. Actually, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. What do we at, LJ?
Racism.
That's a good place to stop.
That's usually the best place to stop. We're at the 8 Spot Podcast. I'm Wilson.
I'm Eric.
I'm Jay.
I'm Fernando.
LJ.
We're out.